Apna Course. Get smart. Get ahead.
Next question. Anil has rupees 50,000 in savings account today. He needs an amount of rupees 10 lakh after 10 years for his child's education. How much should he invest in addition to his savings in order to achieve his goal if he makes investment starting today for the next 10 years at the rate of 8% per annum on his existing savings and new investments? So existing savings also grows at 8%. The new investments also grows at 8%. So they've given a future value. We have to find PV or PMT. How much addition he has to invest. Right? So what do we find? Let's enter the values in CMPD. So it's 10 years. I percentage is 8. PMT is 0. Future value is 10 lakh. P bar by C bar by 1. Can I find PV directly? So I get 4,63,193, which is the present value of his goal. But already he has 50,000. So can I reduce 50,000 from this? So let's say minus answer minus 50,000. 4,13,193. Is that the amount he has to invest on a one-time basis? On the other hand, if he's doing this investment on a annual basis, how much he has to invest? In that scenario, in such a scenario, before finding PMT, I have to inflate 50,000 to the year of goal. So what happens is, I come to CMPD, 10 years 8%, PV is 50,000. I'll find value of 50,000 after 10 years at 8%. So the value of 50,000 is 1,07,946. So 50,000 takes care to this extent. So from 10 lakhs, so 10 years 8%, I have to find, okay. So let's say 10 lakh. I reduce this answer. Balance 8,92,000 has to be accumulated by way of annual investment. So can I directly find PMT? 61,578. So this is the value of investment he has to make on a monthly basis if he is investing at the end of the year. The question says he starts making investments in order to achieve his goal if he makes investments starting today. So I'll have to calculate using begin mode. I use begin mode, solve for PMT, I get 57,016. Please mind, in the examinations, you will have both as the option. We got 61,000, 57,000. Both would be two of the four options. So please be very careful while you are using the set function. Perfect. Next question. Rahul starts investing with an initial investment of 10,000, which is worth 21,000 today. If the rate of interest is 7.5%, how many years Rahul invested for? Very simple question. I have to find. The set can be anything. N is what I have to find. 7.5% is the amount. PV is 10,000. PMT is 0. 21,000 is the future value. I find N. So 10 years, 10.25 years is the answer. Calculate the annual return if an amount of rupees 20,000 invested today will become 75,000 in 15 years time. So 15, I have to find PV is 20,000, FB is 75,000 and solve for I. 9.21% is the return on investment for this particular question. I hope you are able to solve these questions comfortably. We are using the same CMPD function for all the questions. Only thing you have to analyze, interpret the question, plug in the values, find the value which is missing. A friend owes you 50,000. If the interest rate is 12% compounded monthly, what would you prefer? Take 50,000. Take 60,000 after 1 year. Take 25 now and 32,000 at the end of 1 year. Take 40,000 now and 15,200 at the end of the year. So if I have to compare, I have to bring all the values to a particular date. Let's say I bring all the values as on today. First option already given 50,000. Second option, let's find what is the value as on today. 60,000 after 1 year. So N is 1, I is 12, compounded monthly. Future value is 60,000. C bar Y is 12. What is the present value? 53,246. So in second scenario, you get 53,246. In third scenario, you take 32,000 at the end of the year. So take this as 32,000 and solve PV. So 28,398 plus 25,000. So you get almost 53,398 in the third situation. In the fourth situation, how much do you get? 15,200 is the future value. Find present value 13,489 plus 40. So total is 53,489. So which is the highest of the four? The fourth option gives me 53,489, which is the highest of all the four options. I will go with option 4. So what we did is just calculating PV, taking all the given values as FV. Next question. Kiran deposits rupees 6 lakh in his bank, which is expected to earn 10% interest every year, starting 1 year from now. Every year he intends to withdraw the interest and invest the same in a mutual fund, which earns 15% per annum. What would be the total accumulated value at the end of 6 years from now? Also find total accumulated value at the end of 15 years from now if he stops investing the interest into mutual fund after the 8th year. So how will you solve this? Kiran deposits 6 lakhs in a bank which is expected to earn 10%. Interest he gets every year. Whatever interest he gets, he invests in a mutual fund which gives him 15%. So now the question is, what would be the total accumulated value at the end of 6 years from now? End of 6 years. How many interest payments he would have got? He would have got 6 interest payments. Right. The 6th interest payment he would have just received. The balance 5 interest payments he would have put in mutual funds. Right. So first, let us calculate it this way. Let's do this in Excel. So end of first year. What's the value? 6 lakhs. He gets 10%, which is 60,000. He gets 60,000. The total value at the end of first year is 6 lakh 60. So second year, he again gets 6 lakhs. So this is FD. Then mutual fund. So mutual fund, it's all 0 here. Now second year, what happens? Same. He gets 6 lakh 60. But second year, what would have happened? Mutual fund earns 15%. He would have invested this 60,000 in mutual fund. It would have earned him 15%. The value of this would be 69,000. So you can calculate it likewise. But what would be a simpler method to solve this question? Can I use this as PMT? Because every year is going to get 9,000. Every year is going to get 60,000 is going to be invested into mutual funds. So can I calculate end of first year, end of second year, third year, fourth year, fifth year? So for 5 years, I invest at 15%. So you come to CMPD. Next question. Kiran deposits rupees 6 lakh in his bank account, which is expected to earn 10% interest every year, starting 1 year from now. Every year, he intends to withdraw the interest and invests the same in a mutual fund, which earns 15% per annum. What would be the total accumulated value at the end of 6 years from now? So how will you approach this question? There are two things. One, he puts in a bank, he gets interest, which is fixed. So simple interest. Whatever he gets, he puts it into a mutual fund every year. So this money which he puts into a mutual fund, isn't it more like a SIP he's making every year? Is it not a periodic payment? And that is my PMT. So what is a PMT first? 6 lakh is what I invest into 10%. 60,000 is the annual interest that he gets, which he puts into mutual funds. They're asking us to find at the end of 6th year. Come to CMPD. 6 years, 15%. End mode. PMT is minus 60,000. P bar Y and C bar Y are 1. And calculate future value. 5,25,224. Now 5,25,224, you will add it to 6 lakhs because 6 lakh is also there. So 6 lakhs plus 5,25,224, the total is 11,25,224, and that is the final answer. 5,25,224 is the value of mutual funds, plus you will also have the 6 lakh which is there in FD at the end of 6 years. So 6 lakhs plus 5,25,224. How much is it? 11,25,224 is the value of this particular investment. I hope this is quite clear. We'll continue to solve many more questions to get used to this CMPD function, because this is the base for the entire course. Until you get comfortness with CMPD, we cannot proceed further. We'll solve many more questions using CMPD to understand the nuances that are there in the CMPD function. So we'll just move on to the next exercise.
Apna course. Get smart. Get ahead.